Preliminary examination, May 5th, both in front of Judge Jack K. Mr. Bland, do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court date, sir?
No, sir.
All right, step aside, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right. Mr.
Thank you, Carl.
All right. Mr. Reagan, can you get your colleagues to log on, please? All right, while we do Ms. Swoveland,
Yes.
I'm waiting for the attorney, Mr. Reagan.
Okay.
All right, Judge, I'm sorry.
Are your colleagues going to log on anytime soon?
What are they gonna need to log on for, Your Honor?
Because I got the mail camera. We're ready to go.
I'm ready. We're ready to start. If you're ready, whatever you're ready to do, Judge.
Okay, let's do Huron Township.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Swoveland, state your name for the record.
Kristen Elaine Swoblin.
All right, this is case number 822-570-843901. He said Michigan versus Kristen Swoveland. Appearances, please, Mr. Reagan.
Your Honor, Philip Reagan on behalf of Ms. Swoveland, waive the formal reading, stand mute. She's been advised of her rights.
We're not guilty plea on behalf of your client. What's your bond argument, Mr. Reagan?
Judge, I'm asking, I don't know, she has no criminal history, Judge. She works every day, 3 children. She's gonna go live with her mom. So no contact. I am asking for a personal bond with the condition of no contact, Judge.
Okay, officer, what is your bond recommendation?
Your Honor, we had 10,000, 10% with no contact with the victim.
Okay. Given her lack of criminal history, I'm going to give her a $10,000 personal bond. Ma'am, while this case is pending, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with the complaining witness. No contact means just that, ma'am. No phone calls, text messages, emails, handwritten letters or notes, or through third party through social media. Is that clear?
Ask if Ms. Swoveland needs, do you need a one-time situation to get some items? Could I
Sir.
report, Judge, for that at least?
Is that for the Midway address?
Correct, I believe so. That's correct. Judge.
Okay. No contact with the Midway address. I will allow for a one-time police effort to get your belongings.
Okay.
Pre-trial will be April 30th at 34th District Court in Huron Township. Ma'am, do you have any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor, very much.
All right. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. DDC, who do we have next?
Yes.
We have, let's see, Quan Turner.
Quan Turner? All right. This is case number 250-571-3201. Peace of Michigan versus the Quan Turner. Appearances, please.
Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. DeQuan Turner, Your Honor, we would waive the formal reading, stand mute. It's been advised of his rights.
Court order not guilty plea. Court will allow enter a not guilty plea on behalf of your client. Bond recommendation, Mr. Reagan.
Judge, I'm asking for, I understand what the allegations are, Judge. I'm asking for a personal bond, and this is why. My client informs me, Judge, that these are false allegations. The complaining witness is trying to take his son to Texas and out of state, and he doesn't want her to do that. So by these allegations, it helps her, allows her to be able to get custody, take the son to Texas. He says they were together just the other day. No issues, Judge. My client does have a prior case, Judge, non-assaultive. He lives alone, Judge. He's a contractor, does demolition. So I am asking, Judge, for a personal bond. No contact with his son's mother. That's the complaining witness in this matter, his son's mother. So, it's not a stranger, it's not someone that, he doesn't know, he just met, but there's a reason he says for these allegations, Judge. And each party's going to have their side of the story. Now, I'm saying that he has the presumption of innocence as to these allegations. And I know the court wants to make sure the court protects him from the complaint. And I think a no contact order could do that. If you tell him that, that's what he's got to abide by, Judge. Again, they were just together the other day. So this is something he says that she is trying to do for purposes of custody and to take their son out of state.
They don't live together, do they?
No, Judge, they do not live together at all.
And what does he do for work?
He's a contractor, does demolition, does home improvement, that has a GED.
$25,000 on personal bond, sir. While his case is pending, no contact with Malaya Wells. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Is that clear, sir? Is that clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm taking a chance on you because you are very, very young. And I think this is an isolated incident. I don't get the sense that this is a repeated pattern.
I just want to say I'm.
Well, hold on.
No,
Hold on.
no. I don't want to say nothing.
No. What are the court dates, Judge? I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Reagan. April 28th, probable cause, May 5th, preliminary examination, both from the judge, Jack K. Step aside, please, sir.
Judge.
I think story time with Reagan is rubbing off on your clients.
Too much, rubbing off too much.
I can tell.
Judge, can you give me a court date for Mr. Turner, please, again, sir, to the judge?
April 28th, May 5th. What's your name, sir?
R.L. Flowers.
This is case number 250-570-4201. Peace of Michigan versus Tyrell Flowers. Appearances, please.
Philip Reagan, on behalf of Mr. Flowers, Your Honor, we waive the formal reading, stand mute. He has been advised of his rights.
Court went on not guilty plea on behalf of your client. This is on about 6 months ago. What is your bond argument, Mr. Reagan?
Judge, I am asking for a personal bond, Judge. My client had no idea about this warrant whatsoever. He's an apprentice in an electrician program, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Judge, Monday through Thursday. He lives with his uncle. He's 32 years of age, has one child, lives in the city of Detroit. So he has ties, high school graduate, and does his trades. So I am respectfully asking for a personal bond. Again, this is from September of 24, was not signed until April 14th of this year.
So let me ask you this: the address where the place of offense is his home address. He broke into his own home.
Judge, it's a lie. He did. I didn't want to say the complaint with this is just a liar, but I didn't want to say that like that, Judge. But that's kind of what it comes down to. I don't want to ever think that I'm bashing the complaint, but the complaint is not telling the truth according to my client. He was actually living there on September the 7th of 2024. That was his residence, Judge, at that time. Complainant is his brother. So Judge, it's a lot more to this than. Yeah,
clearly. All right. Does he have an alternative place to stay?
Absolutely, he does, Judge. Absolutely, he does.
Apparently, he's been staying there since this incident. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. But he does have another place he can stay, and we did discuss that with him.
All right. $20,000 personal bond, sir. You're not to go back to the Chandler Park Street. No contact with your brother while his case is pending. Probable cause be April 25th, criminal examination May 2nd, both in front of Judge Giles. Step aside, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's your name, sir? Speak up, please.
Bill Donaldson.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is case number 240-571-7702. Houston, Michigan versus Khalil Donaldson. Appearances, please.
Deliberated on behalf of Mr. Donaldson, waive the reading, stand mute. He's been advised of his rights.
All right. Court will continue not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Donaldson. Mr. Donaldson has a $10,000 capious cash surety bond set by Judge Leah Sabri July 9th. I have no authority to change that bond. That bond will continue. He'll have bond redetermination here on Monday, April 21st, in front of Chief Judge McConicle. Probable cause will be April 30th. Preliminary examination May 7th, both in front of Judge Taylor. Please step aside, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's your name, sir?
Timothy Boyd.
All right. This is case number 240-570-5701. Houston, Michigan versus Timothy Boyd. Appearances, please.
Bring it on behalf of Mr. Timothy Boyd, Your Honor. Waive the formal reading, stand mute. He's been advised.
All right. The court will continue not guilty plea of Mr. Boyd. Mr. Boyd also has a $5,000 cash surety capious bond set by Judge Leah Sabri. The court has no authority to change that bond. That bond will continue. You have a bond redetermination here Monday, April 21st, 9 a.m. from the Chief Judge McConicle. Probable cause be April 25th. Criminal examination May 2nd, both in front of Judge Giles. Do you have any questions, sir, regarding the bond and or court dates? All right, step aside, please.
This way, boys, on the property.
I ain't even hear what he said.
Judge, can you give me that bond amount again, please?
$5,000 cash surety. What's your name, sir?
DeJuan Braxton.
This is case number 250-450-9301. Houston, Michigan versus Daquan Braxton. Is that Braxton, correct?
Yes.
All right. Appearance, please, Mr. Reagan.
Deliberated on behalf of Mr. Braxton, Your Honor. Waive the reading, stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
All right. The court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of your client. Mr. Reagan, why should I put a tether on your client?
Because he don't need a tether, Judge. He's not going to have contact with her. He has no criminal history, no convictions, Judge. Not on parole, works in pure logistics. Also does delivery driving, has 2 children, lives in the city of Detroit, Judge, and says that these allegations are absolutely not true. And he's going to have his day in court, Judge. But I don't believe he's a flight risk, nor do I think he's a threat that the court would need to place a tether. If he had history of violations of tethers, then maybe, Judge. But I think Mr. Braxton is 29, a high school graduate, understands what no contact means. Don't you, Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
So, Judge, that's why I don't think a tether is necessary.
Have an alternative place to stay?
Absolutely, Judge.
All right, Mr. Braxton, I'm going to take a chance on you. $20,000 personal bond, no tether, no contact with Alexis Turner. You cannot go back to the DeQuinder address. I will allow you a one-time visit for the police officer to remove any person. Did you hear what I said, sir?
I can't go back to the,
Yeah, I don't think she's there, Judge. I don't think, is her address listed? Is that being
No,
her?
that's my address.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, she's an ex-girlfriend, but okay, Judge, I see what you're saying. She put it on there, but even, okay, well, Judge, let me ask you this. So if she's not there and the police just take her and put that address because they just don't want to, find out what her real address is, if she doesn't live there, can he go back as long as she's not living there? If she's there, Judge, obviously can't go back, even if it's his house or not. But I just, it's my understanding.
I want to hear from Mr. Braxton.
Go ahead, Mr. Braxton.
Yes.
Is she living there or not?
No, she's not.
When did she move out?
She never lived there. I've been staying in that house since 2022.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
You cannot go back to the house if complaining witness is there.
So I just want to be clear with you, Mr. Braxton.
Yeah.
Just because it's your house, where does she stay? Does she stay? Where are her items? Are her items at your house?
No, her items at her mother's house.
Okay, and she stays at her mom's house. She don't live with you.
She is at her mom's
Okay,
house.
that's
Okay, I got it. This is what we're gonna do, sir. You may go back to the DeQuinta address. You cannot go back to the DeQuinta address if she still lives there. You may go back, if she does still live there, you may go back to the address and with a peace officer to remove your belongings. If she's still there, sir, you're gonna find another place to stay. Is that clear? Okay. You're also not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Your court date, sir, in person, May 2nd in front of Judge Garrett. Do you have any questions regarding bond and or court dates? You have no contact with Alexis Taylor. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court dates?
No.
All right, step aside, please. What's your name, sir?
Rondo.
Can you repeat that?
Rondo.
I can't hear you, sir.
Sorry. Shamar Rondo.
Okay. This is case number 250-571-3401. Houston, Michigan versus Shamar Rondo. Appearances, please.
Celebrate on behalf of Mr. Rondo, Your Honor, waive the reading stand mute. He has been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
All right. Court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Rondo. Bond argument, Mr. Reagan.
Judge, I'm asking for personal bond, Judge, no contact. Mr. Rondo explained to us this was a disagreement over a medical issue, an abortion situation. She gave him her phone to show him the apartment. They all walked out together, Judge, and she somehow disappeared. He still had her phone. This wasn't him trying to take her phone from her. This is his daughter's mom. So he knows it's not a stranger. I mean, he has 3 kids, Judge. He's 24, line worker. Lives in the city of Detroit, Judge. So he's not going to have any contact with Miss Gray. I think this is a big misunderstanding.
All right, Mr. Reagan. $20,000 personal bond while his case is pending, sir. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with Miss Gray, the complaining witness. You cannot go back to the Trumbull address apartment where this incident occurred. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No contact means just that, sir. No phone calls, text messages, emails, handwritten letters, or notes while his case is pending. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
If it's reported any contact, you're likely going to get a cash bond and remain in jail for the dependency of this case. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Probable cause be April 28th, Clinical examination May 5th, both in front of Judge Jack Hay. Please step aside, sir. What's your name, sir? Repeat that. All right, this is case number 250-571-3501. Houston, Michigan versus Mendoza Hamilton. Appearances, please.
We'll break it on behalf of Mr. Hamilton, Your Honor. Waive the reading, stand mute. He has been advised of his rights, Judge.
All right, court order not good to plea on behalf of Mr. Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton, given the nature of the offense, I want to give you, a lot of criminal history, I'm going to give you $1,000 personal bond. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Probable cause be April 30th, preliminary examination May 7th, both in front of Judge Taylor. Please step aside.
Hey,
What was the bond amount, Your Honor?
$1,000 personal bond. What's your name, sir?
Alfie Hill.
This is case number 250-571-3301. Houston, Michigan versus Alfie Hill. Appearances, please.
Celebrating on behalf of Mr. Hill, Your Honor, waive the reading, stand mute. He has been advised of his rights, Judge.
All right, court order not good to plea on behalf of Mr. Hill. The bond request, Mr. Reagan.
I'm asking the court for a personal bond. These are non-assaultive charges. I would ask, respectfully, Judge, for a personal bond. He's 57, receives disability, Judge, has 10 kids, grandkids, nephew. He got like a lot of family, Judge, but no possession of any narcotics whatsoever.
Nor guns.
Nor guns, Judge. Nor guns. I didn't see him charged with a gun, but I guess it says felony firearm. I don't know.
Felony firearm, that would do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would do it, Judge, but you gotta have a gun. I don't know. Okay.
All right, $10,000 personal bond, Mr. Hill. While this case is pending, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No use, no possession of drugs. Probable cause April 25th. Preliminary examination May 2nd, both in front of Judge Giles. Please step aside, sir.
Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Anthony Williams.
What's your name?
Anthony Williams.
All right. This is case number 250-571-3901. Houston, Michigan versus Anthony Williams. Appearances, please, Mr. Reagan.
On behalf of Mr. Anthony Williams, Your Honor, waive the formal reading, stand mute. He has been advised of his rights.
All right, court order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Reagan, in light of the fact that there are allegations of shots fired to the complaining witness, why should I not give your client a cash bond with a GPS tether house arrest?
Judge, because you said it perfectly with the first word you said, allegations. That's all they are, Judge, allegations. I mean, obviously, the charges are serious, Judge. My client lives with his parents. He doesn't know the complaining witness, Judge, and I understand that the allegations are serious. My client's in the process of applying for disability, Judge. He just had a really bad car accident. Judge, I'm asking for something reasonable. I'm asking for a personal bond. The court did want to do whatever conditions, Judge, to ensure that he doesn't leave the house, doesn't go around and complain. We'd have no objection to that, Judge, but I would ask for a personal bond based on the lack of assaultive history that he has, Judge.
Oh, boy. I find that he's a danger to the community, given that the allegations in the report is that they allegedly shook hands and the complainant walked away, and then 5 to 6 shots were heard, and the complainant getting shot in the thigh. I find that he's a danger to the community, given that these gunshots. I am going to give him a $50,000 cash surety bond, GPS tether, house arrest. He's not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact. Mr. Perkins, the complaining witness. Bond redetermination will be Monday, April 21st, in front of Chief Judge McConaughey. Probable cause, April 28th. April 28th, in front of Judge Jefferson. The preliminary examination, May 5th, in front of Judge Jefferson. Is there anything else you want to put on the record, Mr. Reagan?
No, thank you, Judge. You said we have a redetermination hearing on Monday?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
All right, step aside, Mr. Williams.
Mitchell.
What's your name, sir?
Mitchell.
Case number 250-571-4001. Peace and Michigan versus Devin Mitchell. Appearances, please.
We'll break it on behalf of Mr. Mitchell, Your Honor. Waive the reading, stand mute. He has been advised of his rights, Judge.
Forward and I good to plea on behalf of Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Reagan, does your client have alternative place to stay while his case is pending?
Absolutely, Judge. Actually, my client, Judge, he lives in Cleveland. He doesn't even stay here. He's not even trying to, be here, Judge. He's trying to go back home.
Cleveland, Ohio?
Cleveland, Ohio. A couple hours away, Judge. I was going to ask if he return, go back
And
home.
what's he doing in Michigan then?
Judge, he has 4 kids with the complaint. He has 4 kids, so he has to see about his kids, Judge. And he's telling me, Judge, this is an argument. It's just never, ever got physical whatsoever. Police never saw him losing.
Okay, Mr. Reagan, that aside, does he work in Cleveland?
Judge, he does. He works for Amazon.
Okay, all right. Mr. Reagan, hold on.
Okay.
How often does he come to Detroit to visit his kids?
And that's the greatest question you're gonna ask, Judge. Mr. Mitchell, how often do you come to visit the kids?
I've been coming. So I moved to
Whoa. Just how often do you come and how often? Just tell us, keep it simple.
every month.
Every month? Once a month, twice a month, 3 times? Twice a month. Twice a month. There we go. Keep it simple.
Okay, that's gonna have to stop, sir.
I will.
$20,000 personal bond. No contact with the complaining witness. You cannot go back to the Chicago address.
Okay.
Now, Judge, I do want to make it clear that he is to have absolutely no contact with Mr. Taylor. But now, I don't want to say, he's a black man. He has kids. If there's a third party or someone else outside of Ms. Taylor, I don't want him to stop being able to see his children.
No, that's correct. You got to go through a third party.
Third party. All right. Okay. Third party. Just nothing with her. Can't call her. Don't talk to her. Don't say nothing to her. Nothing.
I'm about to go right back home to Cleveland.
You may go back to Cleveland where you live and back to Michigan for court. All right, is that clear? You cannot go back to the Chicago address.
Okay.
You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your court dates are probable cause April 28th, preliminary examination May 5th, in front of Judge Jacquet. I want to make it clear, Mr. Mitchell, No contact means just that. No phone calls, text messages, emails. How old are your kids?
I got a 3-month-old. I have a 1-year-old. I have a 3-year-old, and I have a 4-year-old.
Okay, so they're not able to. All right. Just no contact with the complaining witness, sir. Otherwise, you may end up in jail while this case is pending. Is that
Okay.
clear?
That's clear. Yes,
All right,
sir.
step aside. Step aside, please.
Hopefully it'll be resolved at the exam, Judge.
You want to too, man? Like line, face the camera for that. Right line? What's up, sir?
Excuse me?
How you doing, Your Honor?
That's better.
My bad, my bad. I'm a little excited.
I don't know why. What's your name?
Henry Allen Johnson, Jr.
All right, this is case number 250-571-3801. Peace in Michigan versus Henry Allen Johnson Jr. Appearances, please.
Deliberate on behalf of Mr. Johnson, Your Honor. Waive the reading, stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Judge.
All right, Mr. Johnson, I got some good news for you.
Yes, sir.
$5,000 personal bond.
My
You don't have to
man.
possess any.
My bad.
Judge, he's excited. You know, he's seeing.
I just talked to him about him being
I
excited.
know, Judge, but he see you in the black robe.
He didn't listen.
Yeah, okay.
Now, how are you to address me, sir?
I have said what's up, sir.
So how do you address the judge? That's what he was saying. How do you address him?
Good morning, Your Honor. Or what's afternoon?
There you go.
Woo!
My part, the lady just told me that.
Hold on. One second, Mr. Johnson. Let's not talk too much. We don't want to talk too much, bro.
I got it excited.
It's simple.
Yeah, please listen to your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now listen to me. $5,000 personal bond, sir. While his case is pending, sir, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Is that clear, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Probable cause, April 25th in front of Judge Robbins. Preliminary examination, May 2nd in front of Judge Taylor. Please step aside, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Your Honor, very much.
Appreciate it.
Is that it for the men? Is that it for the men?
I had a couple more, Your Honor. Oh.
I got one more. What's your name?
Gary Taylor.
All right, this is case number 250-569-0901. Peace in Michigan versus Gary Taylor. Appearances, please, Mr. Reagan.
Deliberate on behalf of Mr. Taylor, Your Honor. Waive the reading, stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
All right, court, enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Taylor. Can you make a good cause argument, Mr. Reagan?
Judge, my client is not employed right now. He's looking for work. He cannot afford to pay the arrears whatsoever. I'd ask you to look at that as good cause, Judge, and set a personal bond DBA from the 25% requirement.
All right, the personal bond of $2,700, sir.
Go back up, Bob. For the same month. First one.
Court date, May 14th, 9 a.m. in person in front of Judge Prentice Edwards in the new Criminal Justice Center. Is that clear, sir?
That's very clear.
All right, step aside, please.
Judge, do you have Mr. Lacko?
I have a LACO.
He is on the list.
Taco is currently at the hospital, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right, let's go to the female.
Copy that. Be sure the female side.
My man.
He said when he first walked up, he said something. He said something. It wasn't good morning or afternoon, he said something.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Judge, give me 1 second. I don't have any female information. Give me 1 second.
Yes. Huh?
I gotta get your information.
No, he didn't ask me my name.
I did ask you your name.
And, yeah.
You're supposed to have a hospital already? The one that's in the hospital.
They can log on. You can log on. We could do it.
Okay, I'll be up in a minute.
I didn't catch your name, man. What is it?
Shannon Jackson. Hey.
Yes.
Today is Friday.
Yes.
That's fine.
They did.
All right, Your Honor.
This is Shannon Jackson, Mr. Reagan.
It is,
Yes, it is.
because we only have Ms. Jackson, Judge, and we're working on the other 4 females now, so that's gonna be a minute after Ms. Jackson, so we can do Ms. Jackson right now.
It's money. And Mr. Reagan, we're gonna have a hospital arraignment for Scott Lacko.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Jackson, this is case number 220-582-7301. Peace and Michigan versus Shannon Jackson. Appearances, please, Mr. Reagan.
Celebrating on behalf of Ms. Jackson, waive the reading, stand mute. She's been advised of her rights, Judge.
All right. The court will continue not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Jackson. I have a $25,000 cash surety capious bond set by Judge King September 6, 2023. The court has no authority to change that bond. That bond will continue. Probable cause will be April 28th in front of Judge Jacquet. Preliminary examination May 5th in front of Judge Jacquet. Bond redetermination hearing will be Monday, April 21st in front of Chief Judge McConicle. Is there anything else you want to put on the record, Mr. Reagan?
Unfortunately not, Judge.
Okay. What's the officer you called?
I would ask that they microfile medical. That I would do, that's all.
I'm sorry?
I would ask that they mark her file medical, though, Judge. That's what I would
All
ask.
right, please mark our file medical. Is that Wingfield?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Ron, this way.
Did you interview Scott Lacko, Mr. Reagan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Officer Wingfield, good morning.
Good morning,
Turn on
sir.
your camera, please.
Give me 1 second. Start video. Can you see me, sir?
Yes, I can see you. Can you put the camera on Mr. Lacko, please?
Yes, sir. Give my son now, please.
All right, good afternoon, sir. State your name for the record.
Scott G. Macko.
That's case number 240-567-0601. Piece of Michigan versus Scott Lacko. Appearances, please, Mr. Reagan.
Right, on behalf of Mr. Lacko, Your Honor, waiting the reading stand mute, he's been advised of his rights.
Forward on not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Lacko. Give me one moment, Mr. Reagan.
Yeah, we for someone?
Mr. Lacko, I'm going to give you a $5,000 personal bond for the following reasons. Given the age of this case, it's occurred in 2021, does not appear your criminal history. I'm going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. Only condition is, sir, you're not to possess nor use any illegal drugs. Is that clear, sir?
Clear, sir.
Probable cause be April 25th, criminal examination May 2nd, both in front of Judge Downs. Do you have any questions regarding the bond and/or court date, sir?
No question.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Officer Wingfield.
All right, Your Honor, what are my steps from here?
I'm sorry.
What are my steps from here?
How long is he going to be in the hospital?
It should discharged any moment now.
All right, then he's got a personal bond. He's free to go, to the best of my knowledge. But check with your supervisor.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Once he returns to the DDC, also.
Yeah, you guys be good, be safe. Yeah.
Excuse me?
He has to return to the Detroit Detention Center. Once he arrives, he'll be processed out. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right,
Alicia, Alicia Karan Kane.
All right. Are you ready on Ms. Kane, Mr. Reagan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right. This is case number 240-612-0801. Case of Michigan versus Alicia Kane. Appearances, please, Mr. Reagan.
Right, on behalf of Ms. Kane, waive the reading stand mute, he's been advised of her rights.
Court on our guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Kane. Ms. Kane, this is almost a year and a half old case. I'm going to give you a $5,000 personal bond given the age of this case and lack of criminal history. While this case is pending, ma'am, do not possess nor drink any alcohol. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Give me one moment, please. Probable cause will be April 28th. Criminal examination May 5th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates, Ms. Kane?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates, Ms. Kane?
You just said, yes, I didn't hear you clearly, sir.
Can you repeat the dollar amount, please, Your Honor?
$5,000 personal bond. Ms. Kane, do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates?
No, sir. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Please step aside.
You have a super blessed weekend, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
The other females are being interviewed now.
All right.
What's the basis of your term?
Your Honor, we have multiple lease violations, and from the very beginning, she became a tenant in May of 2024 without our knowledge. We didn't even discover it until January of this year, when her male friend moved out and left her behind. She was basically a squatter. So we had two choices at that point: try to evict her in January or try to work something out. So we tried to work something out with her.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Louis. Do you want her to leave the premises, or do you want her to catch up rent?
Well, honestly, if she paid her rent and followed the lease, she probably could stay there till July. But the thing is, she's so far in the hole now, she's 50.
All right.
Sir,
All right. This is case number 250-571-3101. Houston, Michigan versus Carla Harrison. Appearances.
Your Honor, Reagan, on behalf of Carla Harrison, who waived the formal reading stand mute, she's been advised of her rights.
All right. The court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Harrison. Ms. Harrison, in light of your lack of nature of offense, ties, community, lack of criminal history, the court is going to give you a $5,000 personal bond with the following: not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons while this case is pending. Is that clear, ma'am? Cause will be April 25th in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Criminal examination May 2nd in front of Judge Jefferson. You have any questions regarding your bond and/or court dates, ma'am? Do you have any questions regarding your bond and/or court dates, ma'am?
No.
All right, step aside, please.
Judge, I apologize, Your Honor, I forgot, I have a Mr. Christopher Alexander that's in the DDC. He has a non-assaultive misdemeanor. Unfortunately, Judge, his blood pressure has been very high. So, he's.
I think you just answered your question.
What's that?
It's non-assaultive misdemeanor.
Yeah, I'm just making a record of this, Judge, because I need just because blood pressure is high.
Okay, go ahead.
48 hours. He needs to either be arraigned or they need to release him. I mean, flat out, because today is Friday, and if we don't do it on tomorrow or Sunday, the next time he'll go before the court, he's been in there over 48 hours. So that's just, I just want to make a record of that. And based on what these rules are about not arraigned in certain part, I mean, he needs to either be arraigned or released.
I agree with you.
I know it. I just want to just put that out there, Judge.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reagan.
Thank you,
Mr. Reagan, duly noted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
with DHHS and Hawk to try to get that payment in. I understand waiting on tax returns, but then get that to the Lewises to get everything caught up.
I understand.
Okay.
Or we start again and then just.
Right, you'd start again, but you'd have to do it really as a non-case.
Right.
And the violations of the lease, right?
Whatever
She has a
those,
lease.
I don't know what those relations are, so, yeah, I mean, you'd have to list them out. She'd have to be placed on notice of that.
Sure.
But, okay, so at this point, I'm gonna have to just the case,
Okay.
all right?
Okay, we'll start again. All right, thank you, Aaron.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Happy Easter.
All right, and to you. Town Center Place versus Marshall Parsons. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice.
Sorry to interrupt. Your Honor, are we allowed to leave you?
I'm not clear what's going on out there.
Okay.
All right, so if you just sit tight, he was trying to explain something to me. I was trying to finish up that case and do we know?
We do now, sorry. Would you like me to?
Well, no, because I don't know what's going on out there. All right, you two, since you're the one that caused my troubles. No, I'm kidding. You two sit right there until we tell you to leave. All right? So that'll be simple. The rest of the people here are probably for my next block, which I'm just gonna let you know right now is gonna be a bit delayed, but I will get it called. And I'm gonna step off the bench and try to figure out exactly what's going on. Okay? Thank you, folks. Court's gonna stand in recess.
And all, it's gonna be Ms. Moore and all these. Yeah. At 10. It'll be a pretrial. You get a copy of that. That'll go a copy for you, ma'am, as well. You're here today. I appreciate that you're showing up here. You need to take care of work on your way out. You can go to the window here and you can get a warrant quash hearing for your Lacey case. Do you understand that? They'll get you on the calendar. And Ms. Moore, you can take, if you need to go out there with them on that, but you know, I appreciate that you haven't driven in a couple of months. Your attorney's correct when she says that, yeah, all this happened over a short period of time, but please don't drive. I'm not.
Renita Adams? This is case, Mr. Reagan, are you with us? I know you're here, ma'am. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your attorney. Hi, Mr. Reagan.
Well, Judge, how are you, Judge? How are you, Your Honor?
What up, Judge? All right, this is Renita Adams. This is case number 250-571-3701. Police of Michigan versus Renita Adams. Appearances, please.
Your Honor, Reagan, on behalf of Ms. Adams, we would waive the formal reading, stand mute. She has been advised of her rights, Judge.
All right, court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Adams. Before you proceed, Mr. Reagan, I have read thoroughly the investigator's report and find it extremely troublesome.
I was going to say that, Judge, based on these allegations, Judge, and I can maybe clear up some things that are in the report that may be a little more troublesome.
Please do, because
I
will tell you this. I'll tell you this up front, Mr. Reagan. I'm inclined to give Ms. Adams a cash bond.
I get it, Judge. I get it. You know, now there was an incident I think that happened, Judge, the day before that they referenced in the report. But you know, that was simply, Judge, my client taking a remote, snatching a remote. That's all that was. There's no, you know, and I know technically that can still be an assault when you have a remote in your hand and somebody takes it, but it's not a violent touching per se. Now, my client says that the complaint is angry. Miss Adams said, listen, I am not going to be your caretaker. I'm not going to take care of you anymore. So she's made up, she was angry. And I understand that, the complaint is her mom. It's her mother. She was taking care of her mother. I get it. You know, family judges a lot that goes on between the dynamics. I do know that. I'm disturbed when I read certain reports. But I have to remember, in doing this so long, that a lot of times these reports are exaggerated a little bit. I'm not saying that happened here because I don't want to, I wasn't there, but I just know how this goes. Now, I do note that she has no criminal history, Judge, to my knowledge. Nothing pending, no criminal history. So obviously there can't be any contact. We've already talked about that. Now, she always said she's going to go stay with a friend. It was just her and her mom. Just that was what it was. She was taking care of her mom. And she just said, I can't do it anymore. The mom is getting angry. A lot of the stuff she said her mom fabricated. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, Judge. But I think that you could say, Miss Adams, don't go back. Don't have any contact. You don't have any history of this type of behavior. You don't have any criminal history whatsoever. Just don't go back. Now, a trier of fact will decide whether or not these allegations are true or they're not true. But I know what the court's job is to protect the public and protect the complainant. And I think, Judge, no contact, with her mom, that could suffice, Judge. It's not a stranger. She knows not to go near her mom if you tell her not to go back. She's 40.
All right, Mr. Reagan. Let me just say this to you, Ms. Adams, and to you, Mr. Reagan. I am not insensitive to the elderly parents as they age. My mother currently suffers from Alzheimer's, and I remember shortly before we put her in assisted living, the strain and pressure of that dealing with elderly parents and taking care of her. I understand it is a strain. I get that. And I'm empathetic to that. But with that said, the allegations in this report that and it was a supplemental report. I don't know. Did you got Mr. Reagan? Did you get the supplemental report?
No, I didn't, Judge. I just have the one investigators. I don't have a supplemental.
Okay. Give me one moment, Mr. Reagan.
Okay.
Can you step inside the courtroom, Mr. Reagan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, I'm printing out 16 pages for Mr. Reagan. All right. Is it coming out yet? Okay. Okay. In particular, you can go back in the last page, sir. Walking mighty slow. Okay, have you reviewed the last page, Mr. Reagan?
I did, Judge.
Okay, now you see my concern?
I do, Judge, based on that statement from the mother. Now, that's why I said, Judge, there's absolutely no contact.
Well, let me pause you right there, Mr. Reagan. I just wanted to make sure you understood why my extreme concern in here, because overall, I'm concerned about the safety of the mother, given what you just read.
I understand how you can feel that way, Judge. I do, based on a statement in the hearsay document. I do. I'm not going to lie and say I don't. But if she had any history of this, Judge, and I have to make my argument, Judge. Ultimately, you'll make
Go ahead.
if she had any history of this, I would probably not make the argument, Judge. But sometimes we get heated in our emotions, Judge. We say things we don't mean, and I think words, but then also, according to the report, the actions. And sometimes that, I'm not saying those actions are true at all, Judge, whatsoever. But I think it's a bigger dynamic. And a lot of times, Judge, you just said it yourself, you said it best yourself. When we get older, we start to see and think things, and we get upset and we say things and we forget things. And I don't know, Judge. I just don't. But I can say this, that if you tell her to have no contact, it's my hope she will have no contact. I don't have any reason to think she would not abide by your order. So that's just all my position, Judge. I've seen people say things that is just astonishing because of their age and because of their lack of the mental capability, and because they get older and they get confused, and they get I've seen that, and I'm not saying that happened here because I don't know, but it's a possibility, Judge.
Well, Mr. Reagan, and that's why I'm taking a little time with this, because where I'm torn between is, are the statements made in there, are they born out of frustration? Are they sincere? Now, what points to your argument, Mr. Reagan, is that she doesn't appear to have any criminal history. And also, as I noted earlier, I understand the frustration and of taking care of an elderly parent. I understand that. That does point towards these words words that were allegedly stated were out of frustration and not really sincere. The flip side of that is perhaps they are sincere, and maybe the frustration level has gotten to the point where she actually means those words. And that's where I'm torn, Mr. Reagan. Now, you said she has another place to stay. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
Does she have any other employment besides taking care of her mother?
She does home health care, Judge, for her mom. That's what she does. So that's it.
Is she paid for that?
You are paid for that. Is that correct, Ms. Adams?
She has my check, she hid it. This is all because I told her I wanted to quit. Please, I am not, my mother's been holding me captive. I am not a violent person. We get along, we've been best friends, but here recently, I just told her, look, I'm tired, and I did snatch the remote from her, that's all. I would never hit my mother. My brother.
Ma'am.
Ms. Adams, hold on, Ms. Adams.
She has my check, that's all.
Ma'am.
Hold on, Ms. Adams. I know this is hard. This is hard. It's hard for everybody. I understand, Ms. Adams. I do, believe me.
Do you have an alternative place to stay, Ms. Adams?
Yes, with Joseph Wynn.
With whom?
Joseph Wynn, it's a friend of the family. I will not go back there.
What city does he stay in?
In Detroit. On Trinity.
I didn't ask you for that. I just asked you what city. Okay, Ms. Adams, I'm going to take a chance on you solely for the reason that you do not have a criminal history, and the fact that I'm empathetic to the struggles and frustrations of taking care of an elderly parent. My initial inclination, once I reviewed this, was to lock you up. And I have a strong inclination to do that. Don't make me regret my decision. And Mr. Reagan has persuaded me to do this. And I'm not going to give you a tether. I will take you and Mr. Reagan at your word. I'm going to give you a $50,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, ma'am, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with your mother. Is that clear, ma'am? You cannot go back to the Woodingham address. I will allow a one-time police escort visit to get any of your belongings from your mother's house on Woodingham. Other than that, no contact, ma'am. I think Mr. Reagan has persuaded me that this is more so out of frustration than any sincere meaning or intent to do harm. I see that on your face. And so that's in no small part. Probable cause will be April 28th, preliminary examination May 5th, both in front of Judge Jacquet. Is there anything else you want to put on the record, Mr. Reagan?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Step aside, Ms. Adams.
Erica Morgan.
This is case number 220-575-6501. Christian Michigan versus Erica Morgan. Appearances, please.
We'll break it on behalf of Ms. Morgan, Your Honor, waive the reading, stand mute. She's been advised of her rights.
Forward and not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Morgan. Ms. Morgan, I'm going to give you a $1,000 personal bond, giving you a lack of criminal history, the nature of the offense. Probable cause will be April 25th, preliminary examination May 2nd, both in front of Judge Giles. Do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court dates, ma'am?
No.
All right, step aside, please. All right, everybody have a great Friday. See you tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you.